How do you feel about the kidnapping of the girl who once saved a mob boss? A man thought he made up this woman, but she turned out to be completely real, and after searching for her all over the world, after 5 years he finally met her. Watching this retelling to the end, you will see what can happen when a mob boss falls in love with a stranger and gives her 365 days to fall in love with him. Otherwise, the unimaginable will happen. It's Mr. Narrator and a new retelling. Enjoy the video. On the ocean, the heads of Mafia clans decide their business. Massimo looks through binoculars and on the shore and sees a beautiful girl. He hands the binoculars to his father and gets life advice from him that his son should be careful with his choice of girls. His father encourages Massimo to become more serious, so that in the future he will be the head of their family business. Suddenly, a sniper fatally wounds his father, as the man has turned down another Mafia clan. Massimo is left alive and everything changes. After some time, the man runs his father's empire and resolves issues with his counselors. Since they assured that the investments would be safe, man demands the return of all invested funds plus interest for false information. He threatens everyone and convinces them to return their investments. At the same time, Laura is reporting to her superiors about her work. She is having difficulties at work. The girl returns to her home. Laura offers her boyfriend Martin to relax, but he refuses, and the girl goes to have fun with her device by herself in her room. Massimo returns to his home in a private jet. His assistants report that someone has intercepted a shipment of powder, so the mob boss decides to relieve the tension with the stewardess, which she doesn't mind. Laura, together with her boyfriend and friends, flew to Italy on vacation. In the same city arrives in Massimo's plane. In the evening, the company celebrates Laura's birthday. She is ashamed of her narcissistic boyfriend in front of her friends, especially for his ridiculous congratulations. They get a bottle of champagne they didn't order, and the girl sets out to find out who did it. Walking along the path outside the hotel, she meets Massimo for the first time and he disappears. In the morning, the friends discuss how their evening ended. As it seemed, the girls had no continuation, as Laura's boyfriend treats her as a friend. Martin approaches them and again embarrasses the girl in front of her friend. He turns out to be a stingy guy and offers her free entertainment on a city tour. She gets more and more disappointed in him and pushes him into the water. In the evening, she goes for a walk and in a dark alley, she notices a black Jeep and is taken away. In the morning, she wakes up in someone else's bed with different clothes on, not realizing where she is and what is happening. In the evening, someone opens the door to her room, and she goes to explore the area where she is being held. She is shocked to see her gorgeous portrait hanging on the wall. Suddenly, Massimo approaches her, and the girl faints. Laura freaks out, and the man explains the real reason why she's here. He tells her the story of his life. It turns out that 5 years ago, during the same deal that killed his father wounded him. Massimo's heart stopped, and he saw Laura. He's been looking for the girl all over the world, and a few days ago, he met her on his way back from the airport. He wants the girl to fall in love with him and gives her 365 days to do so. If she doesn't, he'll let her go. Laura says that her friends and the guy she flew in with will be looking for her. The man shows the girl proof of her boyfriend's cheating. He tells her that her things from the hotel were moved to his house, leaving a note that she is going back to Poland, so no one will be looking for her. Massimo explains that he will not touch the girl unless she asks him to, but warns that he will not tolerate disobedience. They are interrupted by the boss's assistants, Mario and Dominic, whom he orders to take the girl to her room. He goes to solve some problems with the traitor, and orders his assistant to gather all the guards. It turns out this traitor has been selling girls and Massimo won't stand for it. Laura runs out of the room but runs into the boss and sees what's going on. Then she faints again. When she wakes up, Massimo is sitting next to her. He explains what happened, that he punished the real villain. The girl demands the return of the phone and tablet, but the man says that he will return the gadgets at the right time. Now she'll have to get ready for her trip and buy some outfits. She makes it clear that she won't do what the man wants. He's not used to this attitude, but he lets her go. As we can see, he's in great physical shape, but he needs to work on his reactions. They meet Dominic. He's an assistant she can call on any time and he'll do whatever she needs. She asks him to join her for breakfast. While she is trying on outfits, the guards take away all her purchases. But when she enters the lingerie department, Massimo enters her dressing room and makes it clear that he is in charge. She throws her underwear at him and runs away. When she meets the cops, they don't want to mess with the mafia boss and leave. She sets her own conditions of stay and demands her phone and normal food, such as dumplings. In the evening, she prepares for dinner and comes in a fancy outfit. Dumplings are prepared especially for her. They start to develop a rapport. The girl wonders what he does. They are interrupted by a message from Anna, Massimo's ex-girlfriend. He tells her about several areas of his business. He assures her that being pleasant here depends only on her, and asks her to help teach him to be gentle with her. Back in her room, she finds her gadgets and calls her mom to reassure her and tells her that she will stay here for a year because she has been offered a new job. In the morning, she wakes up and sees Massimo next to her. She goes to take her morning shower. The man decided to cool off too. She plays with him but doesn't give him what he wants. They go to the next meeting and she is forcefully put on an airplane. He makes the girl feel what she's missing and tells her she needs to earn a sequel and leaves. But they fly to Rome. The girl likes exploring the city. He introduces the girl to his brother and Laura behaves lewdly, which the man doesn't like. To have fun, she goes swimming in the fountain. They return to the hotel wet. After changing her clothes, the girl decides to go to his room. She sees the special atmosphere in the room and notices the portrait of the boss taming a lion. She wants to leave but Massimo plays with her. She begs him to let her go and he does so, telling her to get ready for her next meeting at the club. She has chosen a fancy outfit and Dominic takes Laura to the nightclub. He explains to the girl that there will be an important meeting at the club and asks her to wait on the side. She ignores the request and comes to Massimo, showing how short her dress is. While Massimo has a business meeting, the girl heads downstairs and is approached by another man. Massimo notices this and defends the girl by threatening the other mafioso. In the morning, the girl wakes up on the yacht and apologizes for what happened during the night. He explains what happened and they have an argument. Laura accidentally falls overboard and the man rescues her. She wakes up in bed again and regrets being careless and apologizes. The man doesn't want to lose her and says she needs to rest. In return, she does what he wants. Then the man says they're going to a masquerade ball tonight. Laura is prepared by the best stylists, after which they both go to have fun. Massimo asks her to dance. Agreeing, the couple dance passionately and they have chemistry. They feel all the passion of the dance and we see how much. Their feelings come out more and more. They are interrupted by Anna. She thinks she is Massimo's true and former love. She threatens to kill the girl and he believes it because jealousy has no limits. He tells her who Anna is and what she's capable of. The next day, Dominique explains that the girl has nothing to worry about because Massimo has broken up with Anna. Suddenly, they are interrupted by a phone call, and the boss orders to send Laura to Warsaw for her own safety, and they say goodbye. On arrival in Warsaw, the girl tries to call Massimo, but he does not answer. She goes to her friend and tells her everything that happened to her in Sicily. Laura has sincerely fallen in love. Together with her friend, they discuss her feelings for the mafia boss. The friend wonders how Laura will introduce the mafia boss to her parents. She is angry and doesn't understand why she was sent to Poland. They go to a beauty parlor and have fun. Afterwards, they go to a nightclub, where they continue to party and dance. Her friend meets a new Baal. Suddenly, Martin approaches Laura and tries to make up with her. The girl says that she knows about his cheating and leaves for her room. Martin catches up with her. The girl chases Martin away, but he does not want to leave. Suddenly, they hear someone's voice from the room. It is Massimo, who offers to escort the intrusive egoist out of the room. Martin is afraid and leaves. She is upset that the man sent her to Poland, and they reconcile passionately. She finally confesses her love to him, and he is happy to hear it. She wakes up and sees the engagement ring on her finger and agrees to be his wife. They go to boutiques to choose new outfits. The girl decides to introduce the man to her parents and asks him not to confess what he really does. The parents ask him what he does for a living, and he jokes that he is a mobster. They take it as a joke and laugh. Laura catches the bridal bouquet and the parents are happy for their daughter. They have a good time on the yacht, after which they go home. Discussing their wedding, Laura notices that none of her relatives and friends are invited. She would like to invite at least Olga, as her friend knows a lot about the man and he allows it. Together with Mario, they discuss the arrival of her friend. The assistant hopes that they will be on their best behavior. But as we see, Olga is happy to come to her friend's wedding. She flirts with Dominic while her friend is trying on her wedding dress. They are speechless when they see the gorgeous Laura. Then they go to the wedding. Mario gets word that the girl is about to be killed and he tries to call his boss. But since Massimo is on the phone with Laura, the assistant can't get through to his boss and speeds up the driver. The car goes into the tunnel and never comes out again. Massimo realizes what happened and why the connection was cut off. The man remembers his angel, but there is nothing he can do. Write in the comments, how do you like this approach to dating? Feelings grow into true love between a mob boss and a strong woman who was able to tame a lion. This is a retelling of a 2019 movie called 365 Days. See you in the next retellings.